Lawrence. And this is Lindsay Hart, the owner of Sips and Dips.
Okay, so our first question for you is, what inspired you to start your own business?
Okay, well, what inspired me to start my own business? Originally, probably 20 years ago, I had a photography and graphic design and branding business, and I had a great time with that business. I love being able to set my own hours. I love being able to market the way I wanted to go after clients and business. And so I got a little bit of experience under my belt with entrepreneurship. And about 4 years ago, when I decided it would be really fun to bring the soda shop trend to Charlotte, I thought, oh, this would be something great. I can use my photography, my branding, my graphic design, and my love of all things sweet treats, and sort of marry that into one concept. And so it kind of stemmed from just being entrepreneurial over the past 20 years. So
Our next question for you is, what are your future goals for your business?
So we have a lot of goals for Sips and Dips. We opened about 3.5 years ago, and we did great the first year, but immediately decided it would be fun to open a second location. So we had some partners decide they wanted to partner up with us down in Florida. That's another really family-friendly location, lots of sunshine year-round, so this sort of thing does great down there. And so a big goal of ours right off the bat was to get that second location open. So last summer we opened our second location, and now we have our sights set on opening a third location, second location to Charlotte, and continuing just to grow and get busier and busier, and hopefully open a few more spots locally.
Okay, our next question is, what is the most important quality for an entrepreneur to have?
Well, I think one of the most important qualities for an entrepreneur to have is you just have to have a little bit of blind faith that everything is somehow going to work out. Obviously it's really scary and there are a lot of risks, and you could let that hold you back all day long and just think of all the what ifs. Well, what if it doesn't work out, and what if this, and what if that? And I always tell my kids, I'm like, you miss all the shots you don't take. So I think you just have to be willing to have a great idea, work really hard, and then just be willing to take the shot and know, hey, if I failed, at least I failed trying. And I would say, in addition to being willing to try and fail, you have to be willing to really work hard and be patient to see it through, right? They always say you need to be in business about 1,000 days. That's 3 years. So being willing to have the tenacity and put in the hard work for several years before you start seeing the fruits of your labors come out. So,
What is your biggest accomplishment as an entrepreneur?
well, I do think that there are lots of little mini accomplishments along the way. I wouldn't say there's one big thing. I mean, getting open was a big deal.
Yeah.
But I would just say daily mini accomplishments, managing a really great team and staff. We really pride ourselves on having great customer experience. So that's a really mini accomplishment that I'm proud of, is that we have a really great experience-based culture inside Sips and Dips. And then every time we make it through a year, so getting past year 1, past year 2, past year 3 was another really great mini accomplishment. And then I would say the other one that I'm really proud of is involving my own family. So I have 4 kids, and so being a mom comes first, but being able to manage and still show up for them and juggle all of our schedules, and then also have them enjoy working the family business is a really huge accomplishment. So having the family involved is super meaningful and a big deal.
So do they help out here with you?
So they do. So my oldest son is a senior at Cuthbertson, and he's worked here since we opened 3 years ago. And then my daughters are in middle school, and we do a lot of events. And so for the past 3 years, they have showed up to events, fall festivals, everything. And so they're all super involved. My husband has another job, but he's involved with some of the back-end bookkeeping. And so the fact that we can all be involved and it's a family business, to me, is a huge accomplishment for sure. So.
Okay, our next question is, what is your biggest regret as an entrepreneur?
Biggest regret as an entrepreneur? I honestly don't have a whole lot of regrets with regards to this business. I wish maybe I would have started it a little bit earlier. So I had the idea several years ago and kind of waited on it, sat on it for a while, and timing is everything. But then COVID hit, so looking back, that regret of not starting it later, there was a reason why, because COVID happened and everybody was stuck inside. And so after being inside for COVID, it was kind of after that I was like, okay, now is the time. Timing is everything. So what turned out to kind of be a little bit of a regret or something that, thinking, oh, if I would have started sooner, we would be probably bigger, turned out to be sort of the journey of Sips and Dips and part of it, and the timing all kind of worked out when it was supposed to. So,
How do you market and promote your business?
so for marketing, that is actually what my background is. My degree is in marketing and communication, so that's really big for me. We do a lot of social media marketing. We try to have a presence on Instagram, on TikTok, and word of mouth is obviously kind of our biggest thing. And then we've also created something called the Sips VIPs, which stands for VIPs. And so that is micro influencer marketing. So we have influencers that are in this area in Charlotte that have small followings, and it could be, a teen or tween, it could be a high school student, it could be a mom, it could be someone out in college, but anybody that loves Sips and Dips. And so they're kind of our VIP ambassadors, and they will come in and get product and then post about it. And then it widens our audience because it's able to, through their audience and through their social media channels, reach a wider crowd. So social media marketing is really, really huge. The second thing that we do is a lot of community involvement. So we do a ton of festivals, we do a ton of teacher appreciations. I think we've done like 57 schools. And so we're in schools all throughout the year. We're doing all sorts of events within the community so that way people don't even necessarily have to come here to find out what Sips and Dips is. They might see us at an event or at a party or at a wedding. And that has done, amazing as far as marketing goes. So between those two things, I think that's huge. And then of course, just having a really great customer experience inside the store. We do a lot of giveaways. We do a lot of customer interaction so that people want to engage with us, they want to interact, and they want to come back. So,
That is all of our questions.
okay.
Do you have anything else you would like to say?
Well, we really truly have loved being a part of this community. I think when you asked me, what was a regret, probably not necessarily a regret, but something that scared me was opening it and then maybe not having people come, right?
Yeah.
People being like, a soda shop? What is that? I'm not interested or whatever. So that was definitely a big fear. And like I said before, with entrepreneurship, there's always going to be fears. There's always going to be questions. What if it doesn't work? So that was a big one for us. What has been amazing is the way the community's embraced us, all different ages, all different, from all over Charlotte. It's been fun to see new people walk through our doors every day. It's been fun to see our regulars that come in, every Thursday or every Monday. And so that for us has just been so awesome to see how the community has come out and support us. We're in a great spot. We have this lovely green space. The promenade has all sorts of fun things and events always happening, and so we love to be able to participate in that and just be a part of the community. One of the things that we do a lot of spirit events where we give back. So whether it's through a dance studio or a school or an organization or a nonprofit organization, they'll come in, we'll host them, and then we do 10 to 20 to 30% of sales, and we give back. And we've also teamed up with other foundations like the Independence Fund and Move for Jen and 24 Hours of Booty, so other local nonprofit organizations where we will come up with a fun drink, and then a portion of those sales will go back to the organization. So things like that has just been so, it's been awesome and really enjoyable to see as a business owner that we're in the community, that it is a symbiotic relationship. We're giving the community, and the community is giving back by coming and visiting us every day. So,
Thank you.
absolutely.
We learned how she markets and promotes through social media and word of mouth.
She also gives back to charities, nonprofits, dance studios, schools, and more, and also does events at schools, the promenade, and festivals.
Her important quality for entrepreneurs is that you need a willingness to fail and not to give up.